Now, I want to call upon the EU's head of cooperation, Ms. Caroline Adriaensen, right? Yes, to kindly come up and also just set a bit of context in terms of what industrialization means to the EU in Uganda. You're welcome. A big hand clap for her as she comes up. She whispered to me that she can dance. But she says, not today. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I don't know how you got this information, but definitely not from me. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline Adriaensen. As has been said, I'm the head of cooperation in the delegation of the European Union here in Uganda, and I'm representing my ambassador here today. Honorable Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, who is not yet here, I understand, but representatives of the ministry, representatives of the government in general, representatives from private sector, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very happy to be here today to have the opportunity to contribute to this important debate. Indeed, industrialization is really at the heart, and at the African Industrialization Day, I learned that Uganda now counts more than 5,200 factories and has seen 2 million jobs created following the establishment of the first industrial parks, and this is an impressive achievement. But in the last year and a half, we have all been taken back by the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we are now looking at how to build back together, how to build back better, actually. And the European Union that I'm representing today is more than ever committed to support the inclusive and sustainable industrialization of Uganda as one aspect to already refer to the link between industrialization and sustainability and inclusion. Indeed, for decades in Europe and many other parts of the world, industrialization has come at the expense of the environment. Today, the European Union is positioning itself as a leader in the global fight against climate change, with a very ambitious target of becoming the first climate neutral continent by 2050. So we would really like to encourage Uganda to learn from our mistakes and, without compromising on its development objectives, to pursue a more green and sustainable path to growth. And this is not only a responsibility of governments, it is a responsibility of all stakeholders. And in our view, the private sector has a key role to play in this agenda. The European Union, in that context, is funding a number of programs and initiatives in the area of private sector development, access to finance and trade that are contributing to the sustainable industrialization of the country. We support the cocoa, coffee, beef value chains, provide direct grants and loan funding to businesses with special incentives for green investments. We develop a number of regional economic corridors with rehabilitation of the railway between Toro and Gulu, the construction of the Gulu logistics hub. These are all initiatives that contribute to that agenda. Today, I would like to zoom in on two specific initiatives. First of all, since 2020, we have been partnering with the Global Green Growth Institute for the implementation of a program which is called Greening Uganda's Urbanization and Industrialization. We are investing 5 million euros to support green city development, green industrialization, efficient waste management, and green growth integration into planning and budgeting. And one of the concrete results we want to achieve is the formulation and implementation of green development and investment master plans for 4 industrial areas in Pakwach, Gulu, Entebbe, and Soroti. Through this intervention, we are, of course, supporting the operationalization of the Ugandan Green Growth Development Strategy. And the full implementation of these interventions, the Green Growth Scenario, is expected to enhance the national GDP by 10% and deliver an additional 4 million green jobs. The second initiative I wanted to highlight today is the Sustainable Business for Uganda platform, SB4U as we call it. We launched it together with the European Union and the Private Sector Foundation Uganda, who are present here today as well, I understand, in March 2020 at the first ever Uganda-Europe Business Forum held here in Kampala. And the overall purpose of the platform is to promote partnerships between Ugandan and European private sector, improve the way we do business and attract more investments, and partner with the government stakeholders, public-private, bring together public-private stakeholders around the table to reflect on the bottlenecks and challenges for the business environment and sustainable investment here in Uganda, and to push policy on these aspects. We have created a platform for dialogue, as I said, by bringing together public-private stakeholders, and we are setting up a number of working groups on 4 main areas that are critical for improving the business environment here in Uganda: access to finance, skills and attitudes, transparency, and trade and investments. And these groups will produce recommendations that will directly feed into the policy discussions at the highest level. We are looking at taxation regimes. We have also involved the Investment Authority, Ugandan Investment Authority, others important players like National Planning Authority. Taxation regime and incentives, lack of technical and business skills, the gaps, where can we fill the gaps? Access to finance as one of the main bottlenecks to private sector development and investments. The signature of the Economic Partnership Agreement between the EU and East Africa. Another objective of this platform is to help companies, Ugandan and European companies, to invest and export more. We're supporting some the organization of B2B and business-to-government events and put together information, advice, business development services, national trade facilitation portal, the access to a finance portal, etc., export guides. So I just wanted to highlight these 2 initiatives as part of what we are trying to do here as EU, as a development partner, to support the government in reaching its objectives under the NDP3. And I definitely call on you to visit our website or to contact our team to get more information about the initiatives that we are implementing here in Uganda. So I will stop here, but I would like to conclude by thanking everyone, all the partners present here today, and more in particular the Mkutano company for the organization of the event, and I wish all of you fruitful dialogue and discussions during today's panels. Thank you very much.